The alien queen thought her daughter died in battle, but she returned with a human. The twin moons of Zelyria hung low over the shattered plains, their silver glow reflecting off scorched metal and fallen warriors. The air still crackled with the scent of plasma fire. An eerie silence blanketed the once roaring battlefield, the kind of silence that followed only after history had been irreversibly written in blood. Queen Veilora of the Zevkar Dominion stood atop the obsidian balcony of her sky citadel, her amethyst eyes fixed on the horizon. Her armor was ceremonial today, a deep violet breastplate trimmed with crystalline gold. It gleamed with power, authority, and sorrow. She did not wear it for war. She wore it for mourning. Her court stood behind her in tense silence. Generals, advisors, healers, all waiting for words none wished to hear. At last, she spoke, her voice strong but strained. "Princess Kilira, heir to the Dominion, my only daughter." She paused, swallowing grief like molten lead. Confirmed fallen in battle at the ridge of Solmar. Those around her bowed their heads. Some whispered ancient funeral oaths. Others clenched fists, swearing vengeance. But the queen did not weep. A Zevkar monarch did not shed tears in public. Grief was fuel. Pain was purpose. She turned sharply. "Prepare the pyre chambers. I want every scrap of armor retrieved from the battlefield. Even ashes, if that is all that remains." "Yes, your majesty," the high marshal murmured. And the queen hesitated. The words tasted like betrayal. "Send word to the council. A successor must be named. The throne cannot remain without an heir." The silence that followed was heavier than any weapon. For to name another heir was to truly accept Kilira was gone. Hours earlier, on the battlefield, Princess Kilira did not go silently. The Zevkar were born warriors, towering, elegant beings with iridescent skin and bioluminescent markings that pulsed with emotion. Kilira was exceptional even among them. 2 meters tall, fierce yet graceful, her combat staff a blur of plasma arcs as she cut through the Carthian warbeasts that towered 3 times her height. But even the finest warrior could be overwhelmed. An enemy dreadbeast, a colossal reptilian titan, smashed the ridge beneath her. She tumbled through collapsing stone and flame, debris burying her alive. Her armor cracked, her lungs filled with dust. When she awoke, her body burned with shattered ribs and dislocated limbs. She was pinned in darkness. Hours blended into days, or so she thought. Until she heard it. Footsteps. Small. Light. Unlike any she had heard before. "Hey. Over here. Don't move, I'm coming." The voice was male. Young. And human. A species considered primitive by Dominion standards. Uninvolved in the war. Neutral. Weak. Their existence barely worth noting. Yet here one was, digging through rubble to reach her. She blinked through the dust. A face appeared. Dirt-smeared. Eyes brown. Hair dark. He gasped, not in fear, but awe. "You're an alien." Kilira scowled despite the pain. "I am a princess of the Zevkar Dominion. Touch me again without permission, and I will break." Yeah, royalty, got it," he said, wedging a metal bar beneath the stone. "But if I don't move this slab off of you, you'll be a royal pancake." He heaved. Muscles strained. The slab lifted, just enough. Kilira summoned her remaining strength and rolled free, gasping. The human collapsed beside her, exhausted. They lay there in silence. 2 beings from different worlds, bound suddenly by survival. "What is your name, human?" she asked at last, voice hoarse. "Ethan Cole," he said. "Field engineer. Well, ex-field engineer. Crashed here after a supply mission screw-up." She narrowed her eyes. "You helped me. Why?" Ethan shrugged. Didn't think leave dying alien princess under rock was the right call. She stared at him. No warrior humor. No political motive. No hidden trick. Just kindness. It was disarming. Escape from the ruins. Kilira could barely stand. Ethan fashioned a makeshift sling to support her arm and tore his own jacket to bind her cracked ribs. You touch me too casually for one addressing royalty, she muttered. Noted, he replied. Your Majesty, may I have the honor of keeping you alive long enough to boss me around later? She gave him a sharp look. Then, for the first time in days, she smirked. They moved through the battlefield's corpse-like silence. Craters. Fallen warships. Vaporized armor scorched into glass. No patrols remained. Both armies had retreated, believing all survivors perished. The nights were frigid. Kilira's blood ran with plasma fire, but even she shivered. Ethan built fires, gathered roots, cooked meager meals. She watched him, perplexed. You are a resourceful, she admitted once. Thanks, he said. You're bossy. She considered this. That was not a compliment. Still accurate. Days turned to weeks. Kilira's wounds healed with her alien physiology. They crossed frozen wastes, fought off scavenger beasts, she with her recovered staff, he with a wrench and bravado. At night, beneath alien constellations, they talked. Not just of war, but of stars, music, food, stupid jokes. Until one night, Ethan asked quietly, Do you think your people think you're dead? Kilira's glow dimmed. Yes, she said. By now, they will have grieved me. Ethan was silent, then resolute. Then we'll prove them wrong. The Queen's grief. Back in the Citadel, Queen Valora stood before the pyre chamber. On a pedestal lay Kilira's shattered pauldron, recovered from the battlefield. Her fingers trembled as she touched the scorched metal. Memories surged, Kilira as a child, laughing as she wielded a training spear twice her size. Kilira at Ascension, swearing the warrior oath with pride. A queen did not cry, but a mother could. A single tear rolled down her cheek, glowing faint violet. Forgive me, she whispered, for not protecting you. Return from the wastes. Ethan and Kilira reached the edge of Dominion territory at dawn. Massive spires loomed ahead, the capital. Kilira stood tall now, armor repaired with metal scrap, royal crest visible once more. Listen, Ethan said. About your people, they're not exactly human-friendly? Should I hang back? Kilira hesitated. A princess brought home by a human? Scandalous. Unthinkable. But then she remembered him lifting stone to save her life, binding her wounds, making her laugh. She met his eyes. You will walk beside me, she declared, as my equal, or not at all. Ethan blinked. Equal? That's a promotion. Do not make me reconsider, she warned, though her glow brightened faintly. They walked toward the gate together. Guards spotted them, spears raised instinctively. Stand down. Kilira barked, voice carrying royal command. I live. Shock rippled through the ranks. Guards knelt. Messengers sprinted toward the citadel. Within minutes, the queen herself arrived, cloak billowing, crown gleaming. Her eyes locked onto her daughter. Her breath caught. Kilira stepped forward slowly. She knelt, something she had not done since childhood. Mother, she said softly, forgive my delay. The queen's armor clattered as she fell to her knees as well, abandoning royal composure. Her hands cupped Kilira's face, trembling. You live, she whispered. By the stars you live. They embraced, mother and daughter, in front of the entire legion. Warriors looked away respectfully. Only then did the queen.